Well, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I am backtracking from my hotel to get back to the 100-kilometer point so I can do this official. Feels kind of silly. I've got 100 kilometers to go, and I am walking backwards on the Camino, but it's only about half a kilometer, and psychologically good to start for real. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture each hour of the nearest kilometer mark, just so I can kind of keep track of my progress, and so that y'all can keep track of my progress too as the video goes along. Wish me luck. Well, this is cool. I'm leaving the city itself and walking over the old Roman bridge, which obviously has been restored many times, but yeah, very cool. Very cool. Good morning on day 9. I am Paul, and I am backpacking the Camino Primitivo from Oviedo to Santiago. And what am I up to? Well, I've decided to try to do the last 100 kilometers in one push, one go. I don't have any idea if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm about 2 hours in. I've covered 9 kilometers. So, car's coming. So things are going well so far, but 9 kilometers in is not very far. So I've never done anything like this, any kind of ultra kind of thing. I think the longest I've ever raced is maybe a 5K, and that was pretty slow. So, wow, another car. This is a little bit of a narrow section of road. So yeah, the longest I've hiked in a single day is probably 45 kilometers, maybe 28 miles, something like that. So this will be over double that. So can I do it? I don't know. We'll find out. I do have a time goal. I really am looking to make the Pilgrim's Mass at the Santiago Cathedral, which is at noon tomorrow. So I should, if things all go well for me, I should be able to make that. That would be about 30 hours, something like that. Anything, I'd be very happy with making it in 30 hours, making the Pilgrim's Mass. Anything faster than that, and I would just be increasingly happier. So yeah, it's from Lugo. It's 47 kilometers, I believe, till it joins the Camino Frances, and then it's 53 kilometers past that. And I'm really hoping, especially when nighttime rolls around, I'm really hoping that there's some people walking on the Camino at that point, and I think there's a good chance there will be, because there'll be a ton more people when the Camino Primitivo hits the Camino Frances. I mean, there's probably just a ton more people. I see like a handful of people each day. Kind of seeing the same people over and over, but when it hits the Camino Frances, it should be just a deluge of people, and hopefully some of them will be hiking overnight. I don't know if that's realistic, but I hope so. The natural scenery in this part, at least so far, is certainly not up to the previous standard up in the mountains. So you'll probably get a lot more of me talking and a lot less pictures. But I don't know, it'll be interesting for me anyway to look back and just see whether I succeed at this or I fail. It'll be interesting to see what I go through. I don't expect to have any problems up till maybe 40 kilometers, because I've been hiking 30-kilometer days, so should be good up until then at least. One cool thing about the Caminos is the little book that you get, and you get the stamps in it, and the little passport book is called your credencial, and the stamps are called sellos. And so they're so cool because you could get they come in all types. You get them from fancy hotels and simple albergues and bars. And there was a little vending machine area. And the vending machine area had a sello, had a stamp. So yeah, just all kinds of cool things. And then when you get to Santiago, they have a pilgrim office. And the pilgrim office uses your credencial to kind of verify that you've done the Camino, and then they give you a Compostela, which is a certificate of completion, which is suitable for framing. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, I guess, but I don't know. It becomes more significant when you do the Camino than it would otherwise seem. So for the past, 4 or 5 hours, I've been with a little group, on and off different people, but a woman from London, woman from Belgium, and a guy from the Ural Mountains part of Russia, and just having great conversation. At the time, it's just flown by. I probably could use this more for the last 30 kilometers than the first 30, but hopefully I'll have some help. But yeah, it's been great. I've been going really well. Speed-wise, it's been about 7 hours, and I've gone about 33 kilometers, so I am definitely on pace, but still a long way to go. But yeah, I don't even think I took much of a break, just a little bit, maybe get a little bit of food. But yeah, I definitely need a break now, though. Whew. Unfortunately, I think I've left the last of the little group that I've kind of been going with behind. I believe that he turned off to go to an albergue, and I don't think there's anybody in front of me that I know. So anybody I see will be new people. So that's kind of sad, because seeing people you know is a big help to keeping you going. But yeah, things are starting to hurt. I notice my pace has slowed down a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. I can see a big town up ahead, which is probably Melide, which is on the Camino Frances. So when the Camino Primitivo gets to that town, it will join with the Camino Frances. So that'll be really interesting to see just how many additional people get picked up. I think it'll be a ton, frankly. Although when I'm getting there, a lot of people will already be at the albergue they're going to stay at. So won't be as many people as it would otherwise be. But we'll find out. Well, not that long after the last of kind of my group left for albergues, I ended up joining up with a British guy who was going as far as Melide, and had a great conversation for a couple hours. And boy, does that ever help. It really takes my mind off of my legs and feet. So yeah, things are going well. The last hour I didn't make as many kilometers as I would have liked. I had to go to the little grocery store and stock up on a couple of, mainly drinks. I love a little mix of water and Cas Limon. Yeah, it's a nice little mix. So lost a little bit of time there, but yeah, things are going really well so far. Cross fingers. I think I forgot to mention this, but Melide is where the Camino Primitivo and the Camino Frances join. So I am almost at the halfway point. I've got a little dog here with me. So I am almost at the halfway point and still going strong. I was expecting a giant number of people, but there actually aren't as of yet, just leaving Melide. But it's probably because it's almost 5 o'clock and pretty much everybody has found their albergue for the day. So there may not actually be that many people like I was expecting, but hopefully somebody's going to be around to walk with, talk with, help keep me from falling asleep tonight. So I have just passed the halfway point, the 50 kilometer mark, which is well longer than any hike I've ever done in a day. and it's been just under 11 and a half hours, and there is no way I can sustain this pace, but it's certainly nice to have a little bit of time in the bank. Yeah, it's also quite lovely, the hiking here out of Melide. I just met a guy from Melide. He was very supportive and encouraging of me, so that's nice. I think people are a little bit surprised and think maybe I don't know my Spanish well enough to express what's going on, that I'm doing Lugo to Santiago in one go. But then when they figure out what I actually mean, they're like, wow, I guess maybe I look a little bit old to be doing that. I don't know. Or maybe not fit enough. I'm not sure. But anyway, man, things are going well. I feel really encouraged by passing the halfway point and being substantially ahead. So I don't want to get to, not that this is going to be a problem, but wouldn't want to get to Santiago in the pitch dark. But I don't think that's going to be a problem, because having those great conversations, oh my gosh, did that ever help? Just help keep pace. And the people were like just perfectly suited to my pace, and such interesting, intense conversation. Man, huge help. But now that I'm actually on the Camino Frances, I'm having my doubts about how much of that kind of support I'm going to be getting for the next half. But we'll see. Well, just to check in, I just recently passed the town of Orsua, which I believe is where the Camino del Norte comes in to the Camino Frances, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I do not believe I'm going to be having any company tonight until probably maybe early in the morning. I just haven't had anybody to walk with since Melide, which definitely makes it psychologically more difficult and physically more difficult too, because when you're having a good conversation, your mind is not on how much your legs and feet hurt. Although really, for having hiked 63 kilometers, I feel pretty darn good. And the temperature is great now. The trail is cool. Let me show you the trail in front. I mean, that's a cool trail for being this close to a relatively developed area. Everybody I've told what I'm doing today has asked me why. And I generally just give an answer like, well, I just want to see if I'm capable of doing it. It's actually a good bit more to it than that, which I don't want to really get into on the video, but I will say that at the heart of it is a desire to express a profound sense of gratitude for some things that have happened recently here in Spain, and it felt like the right thing to do. I just kind of got a conviction to do it, or to attempt it, I should say, although I'm feeling increasingly confident that I'm going to be able to successfully complete it, at least by the pilgrim mass at the cathedral, and possibly a good bit earlier than that. So yeah, I don't know. It might be difficult hiking through the night. Just as far as, if I had known I was going to do this, I would have brought a backup flashlight. I've got a flashlight. It's a good flashlight. It runs on one AAA battery, and I do have a spare battery, and that's it. And my little flashlight that's on the iPhone, which would be pretty inadequate for hiking in the pitch dark. And it's definitely going to be a pitch dark, I think, in large part. So we'll see. Sunset's at about an hour and 15 minutes. So I'll know soon enough. I do want to emphasize too that I am not any kind of an athlete. I did mention that the longest I've ever gone was 45 kilometers, and that was, you know, a good solid decade ago, and it about killed me. My normal backpacking day is usually in the 27 to 30 kilometer range, so like 17 to 19 miles. If I do over 20 miles, I'm usually pretty beat at the end of it, you know, and I'm doing 3 times that much. And again, I'm assuming success here, but you know, if there's like actually a lesson in this for me, and that is the power of will to accomplish something that maybe you thought wasn't possible for yourself. I mean, I'd have given my chances of success in this maybe 1 in 3. And that's probably being overly generous. And I'm pretty confident. Now, I could still fail. I could twist an ankle. I could just have an overwhelming need to sleep. So I could definitely still fail. But I would look at it, and it would be a failure, but I would look at it as a success in the sense that, you know, I had a plan and I did the best job that I could to carry that plan out. So in that sense, even if I fail, it'll still be a success in that sense. I mean, I don't want to act like it would be a success, but overall. But yeah, I mean, the power of will has just been amazing to me, because I should be just completely dead at this point. I should be just running on nothing. And I mean, I've got a good bit of energy. I also have a lot of kilometers left. So we'll see, but I don't know. I mean, it's a lesson that even like what I've done so far, it's like really kind of eye-opening to me, honestly. But it is a lovely walk, and I am enjoying this quite a bit until the dark sets in. I'll tell you what, the trail is pitch dark for large stretches. If my flashlight fails, I am stuffed. So fingers crossed with the flashlight. I do not think the iPhone light would be sufficient to walk. I don't know. I mean, to walk super slowly, okay, but not to walk with any kind of speed. So yeah, we'll see. Whew. I'll tell you what, there are levels of dark on this trail that I didn't know existed. Oh my goodness, it's dark. On the plus side, the stars are gorgeous. It's always a positive side. You just have to look for it, I guess. Whew-wee. This is starting to hurt. Well, I'm in Pedro Uzo, which, as you can see, is pretty much totally shut down for the night. It's about 1 a.m. I'm right on the GPX track, but I have not seen a waymark, the normal waymark for the Camino, for quite a while. So I hope I'm doing the right thing. Should be turning left soon. How can I begin to express to you how much I want to stop? Man, I was doing pretty well up to about 80. I don't know where I'm at, 13 maybe to go. The last 7 have been unbelievable. And just endless stretches of near total blackness in the forest. Oh my gosh. Street lights are very welcome. I just hit kilometer 11 and a half. There was another long, dark section. Actually, it probably wasn't that long. It felt long. Oh man, I hope there's no more dark sections. It's they're very hard psychologically at this point. I'm so appreciative of those Galician trail markers. They just like take away the need to think or the need to check the GPS. And just again, that makes it so much easier. It's just like thinking. Thinking is difficult. Reasoning. So I think I'm about 5 kilometers away, which is awesome. But honestly, it feels like Santiago could be another 100 kilometers. I mean, I haven't seen it at all. But obviously they're not fooling me. I'm getting there. Maybe it's a little bit easier. Got a little bit easier. I don't know. Just getting maybe a little bit excited. That's for sure. Well, my hourly timer went off, but I seem to have stopped doing the kilometer stones. So anyway, I'm about here. I'm guessing that I'm about 3.5 kilometers away, something like that. Maybe I can get there in less than an hour. I am not walking fast, and I am not walking well, but I am walking. I haven't seen a soul for hours and hours. I mean, a soul as in a pilgrim. I mean, I'm in the city now, so I'm seeing cars and stuff, but yeah, it's like I'm going to Santiago solo. Like there's nobody else, but I know in a few hours or a couple hours, it'll just be teeming with people. Well, I don't know that, but I suppose. I'm just sitting on some stairs in front of the cathedral, which unfortunately is not lit, but the sun will be up soon. So I made it, and man, I feel like that's about all this guy has. That was so incredibly hard, those last 20 kilometers, especially in contrast to the first 80. I just need to sit here and, well, just sit. So if I don't do anything else video-wise, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and God bless.